Hey, welcome to the table. Pull up a chair. This is Dr. Paula. Um, I made it back to my office. I had an unexpected detour, which turned into like a beautiful moment for me. Um, you know, when we plan things sometimes in life, we are focused on this is what should happen, this is what should happen, this is what should happen. But sometimes we have unexpected detours that occur, right? So I was coming back from my conference and mid-flight I got an email that said, "Oh, your flight home has been canceled." No real explanations were given, and I was a little frustrated at first because, first of all, my layover was supposed to be 5 hours. Now you're telling me my flight is canceled, and I was upset for a bit, but I was traveling back with a friend from the conference that I was at, and her and her husband decided, hey, to offer me a place to stay, and it turned out to be one of the most wonderful experiences I had in terms of it being an unexpected pause, right? And God knows I needed a break sometimes, so he sometimes works in mysterious ways, and we don't really fully understand why things happen and in the way that they do. All right. So while I was on this pause, I was able to reflect. I posted something on TikTok about it. My very first TikTok post, which was interesting to say the least, but I was in a space where I was surrounded by nature. I was surrounded by the call of birds. I would see deer in the morning. There was like a stream nearby. Um, and in the TikTok, I mentioned it being kind of like a Disney moment, and it really was, because when I looked out the window of the room I was staying in, I would see a deer family come out, Bambi included. First, it was mom and Bambi, and then there was literally a butterfly, birds flying around. There were like leaves falling off the tree near the stream, and I'm like, oh my goodness, this is Bambi. This is really Bambi. And then every day after that, more and more deer would come out. I was a little concerned about Bambi because it wasn't there. But this unexpected pause was very reflective. It was rejuvenating. It gave me a chance to kind of really think about my life right now, and all the ventures that I have, and the role that God is playing in my life. So this unexpected pause was just a bonus on this trip that I had. The conference was amazing. I was able to talk and meet up with people whom I hadn't seen in a year. And it was just rejuvenating for me. And self care is a huge deal for me. Even though it was a conference, a kind of a work thing, it was more of a self care thing for me, because at the end of the day, I know I got to choose whether I was going to go to a session, a workshop or not, a session or not. And I decided which ones I wanted to go to, which was very helpful for me. I went to the ones that were more beneficial to me, in the sense of not feeling like I had to go. So I had more flexibility with myself, and I gave myself grace when I didn't get up early to go to XYZ. And if something conflicted with another thing that I wanted to do, I didn't worry and stress over it, because I know that my needs were being met in many ways. And it was great to kind of just go through a week of just kind of chilling, really just chilling, sitting around, talking with people. I wrote every now and then. It was a conference about writing. I wrote every now and then. And then on the way back, being able to have that unexpected pause, and just being given the opportunity to go to another space, another place where I had never been before, was just icing on the cake for me. Right. So I had to shift my mindset. Instead of being angry about the situation, frustrated about the situation, and just being grumpy the whole time I wasn't able to come home. I shifted that around and looked at the unexpected things, the joys, the moments that were able to materialize, because I wasn't just going back home. Because going back home would mean just falling back into the routine of, the same things I do every day, and not being able to just sit still for a moment. And this was kind of a forced sit still, in the sense of not being able to just get up and do the normal quote unquote things that I would normally do. But I was able to solidify friendships, to make connections with people whom I didn't know, and who got to know me a little bit better. I was able to see things that I haven't seen in like 20 something years, from living in Connecticut, where I'd see nature, I'd hear the birds, because I was living in the like northeast corner of Connecticut, which was very country like country adjacent. That's what I'd say. It's country adjacent. But I love nature and being surrounded by nature, so it helps to fill me up. And this was my opportunity to do that without too much stress on the body. I was able to rest. I was able to reflect on a lot of the things that I'm doing now and the paths that my life is taking. It's taking very different paths right now. God has given me so much to take care of right now that I feel like in the rush of my normalcy, I was losing sight of some of the things that he had in store for me. So this opportunity that I got to take an unexpected detour and to take an unexpected pause and just to breathe enabled me to recalibrate, and it enabled me to look at things in a different way and see, okay, this is what I need to do here. This is what I need to do there. This is what I need to do for myself, because I was starting to fall back in the routine of the drudge of work and just going to work and going home, going to work and going home, and not really taking as much time for myself. And this was a reminder that I needed to really put that back to the forefront of my life and my day. So hopefully you all can take some time for yourselves as well. And when you find unexpected detours and unexpected pauses, just revel in those. Shift the mindset from anger to more of what is the opportunity here. What is it that I needed in this moment that's going to result from this unexpected barrier that showed up for me. And we can't control a plane being delayed or a flight being canceled. We can't control the weather. We can't control any of those things, but we can control how we react to that, right? So we need to just be more mindful of those things as individuals. We need to give ourselves time and grace and just opportunity, take the time for opportunities that show up for us so that we can make the best of whatever situation we're in. If any of that resonated with you, and I'm hopeful that it did, and I'm hopeful that you're able to take a moment to just pause today, any day, anytime anything happens. We don't have to wait until something unexpected happens for us to kind of take stock of things, but we try to approach each day and each moment with something like that. Okay? Just like, share, subscribe, and I will see you again.